I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is my 2024 goals for reading channel and a couple personal. I did not do this video for 2023. I was really just kind of at the point of just continue the same thing, and I didn't feel the need to make a video. So I watched my 2022 goals video today, and it's like identical, I feel like. In a lot of ways, but we're gonna do it anyway. So this is what I want to do for 2024. First of all, reading goal 200 books. I don't think I'm gonna hit this year, which is fine. I lowered it to 150. If at any point I'm not hitting the 200 very well, because Goodreads tells you if you're on track or behind or whatever, I'll lower it again. And if that happens 2 years in a row, 200 books won't be my goal for 2025, which is wild to say, but for now that remains my reading goal. I did DNF over 100 books this year, which is more than I have the last couple years before that. So reading 200 books is very doable for me. I could easily make myself hit that. It's just that's not what I want for my reading. I'm never trying to make myself hit a goal. It just is something I like having, but I don't care if I lower it or not. The next thing is to read 100 diverse books, but more specifically to read 50% diversity. I feel like 2023 was not my best year for reading diversely. I feel like reading was weird. My diversity stats kind of suffered for it, and I just wasn't quite where I wanted to be. I was still up there. I was still, reading diversely every single month. It's not like there was any months where there was no BIPOC or no queer or, I just, I read enough of it that of course it was present, but it's not where I want it to be. And I want to put in some extra intentional effort this year, and that really happens on a weekly basis. Okay, you've read 2 books that were not diverse in any way. Prioritize your next one that you're picking up being one of your many TBR books that fits into this category. It's really as simple as that, but so I really want to focus on that. I just want to increase the percentage. It's not the number of books that matters to me, it's the percentage of the books that I'm reading that matters to me. Particularly, I really want to put some focus on disabled authors and characters, Indigenous authors, and more queer authors. I really feel like 2023 was not a great year for my queer reading. Again, still present, still some new favorites, all of that, but just not where I want it to be. And as always with this, I'm always looking for new to me authors to add into my I love reading these authors group. And that to me is the easiest way to read diversely, is to have ones that you can fall back on and know you're gonna love their books, and also continuously trying new to you authors. Then I have some read-alongs that I'm going to do this year. On January 2nd, I will be announcing this, but we're going to continue the Ilona Andrews read-along. We are adding in the Rock Chick read-along, which is a romantic suspense series by Kristen Ashley, my favorite author. And then probably not until September. I have debated kicking this around, wanting to do it the entire time I've had my channel. So the first year that I had my channel, the final book in the Queen's Thief series came out. It was coming out in December, I believe, of that year. And so I was doing a reread, but my channel was tiny, a couple hundred subscribers. And I really wanted to do standalone reviews or read-alongs or discussion videos, but I didn't have enough phone battery to make really long videos, or not battery, memory space. And I felt like I didn't want to do that when I knew that my channel is not large enough for anybody to see it, especially because my channel was a romance channel. The Queen's Thief series is a young adult fantasy series. I just felt like it didn't really make sense content-wise for me. But this is my all-time favorite series, and the thing that I love about it is spoilers. All of it is spoilers. So I think that it works perfectly for a read-along because it is the type of book that you finish it and you're like, I've got to talk to somebody about this. And you want to talk the spoilers. You don't want to just give a general idea of what the premise of the book is. You want to talk about all of those reveals and the characters and how they changed and surprised you. And you can't. You can't. So because to me, fantasy reading season is fall and winter, and because I will basically be done with my other read-alongs, I want to start the Queen's Thief series in September, and then it would go, it's a 6-book series, so it would go through February of 2025. Again, that's wild. March if we did the short story collection. This is my all-time favorite books. I also was thinking today that I might also do spoilery standalone vlog styles for each book on top of the live shows, because again, like, you don't understand my love for it and the amount of things I have to say about it and just how incredibly happy I think that making that content would make me. So I think that all of that is going to happen. I have not like picked co-hosts or anything yet, so if that's something that you're really interested in participating in, let me know, whether that would be on the live show or just in the chat. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it, guys. I just want everybody to read it. I also want to add standalone rants on my channel. So this would be organic. It would be when a book has, like, I need to rant about it. And at this point, I have these in my wrap-ups or vlogs. It just depends. I never have it as a standalone video. And I think I've been really thinking about separating those out some and making standalone videos of those rants, again, when it happens, when I am reading the book and I'm like, I have got to speak about this. So I would never be reading to make a rant video. So you might get 2 in 1 week. You might not get one for 7 months. It would be when it happens. But I think that's something I want to separate out instead of only in vlogs and wrap-ups. And then I have several reading project vlogs. This has been a wild year. Some things with my content that I thought that I would never do have changed. And one of them is I have really been enjoying making reading project vlogs. It is still based on books that are already on my TBR that I already have that interest in, and I think that that is a big factor on my enjoyment of it. But I have several that I'd like to do. So the books with the most ratings, the least ratings, booktubers' favorite books of the year. Again, I'm thinking I might only pick ones that show up in people's videos that are already on my TBR. Reading books I've never heard of. This I had the idea from when I was looking for Halloween romance books, and I had read one and there were a bunch of books under it on Goodreads, you know, that readers also liked, and I had never heard of any of them, and I added a bunch of them and I read a bunch of them, and I was like, this could be a thing, because we as book influencers, book people who consume book content, like, it's just not very often that you pick up a book that you didn't get from somebody. And I thought that it was an interesting idea. So I would pick books that I love, I would go under them on Goodreads, see what people also liked, and if I've never heard of it and it interests me, I think I might do that. Then also the scavenger hunt TBR, I think that I want to do this where something with the first book has to be in common with the second book. So either the color on the cover, a word in the title, a theme, something like that. And the vlog would be progressing, reading those books. And I think that that would be fun. And then also, another thing that I did last said I joined NetGalley this year to try and get a specific arc, which I did get on release day. It was 3 stars. And that's the only NetGalley book I've completed. And it's not the only one I've been approved for. So I think early in the year, I might try and complete all of my NetGalley approvals and write up the reviews. Because I think for me, I truly do think it's very doable, and I think that would be fun. Then I would love to know what discussions or live shows you would like to see this year. Again, this doesn't have to be specific ideas. It can just be, hey, I want more discussions or live shows about content and romance, about the book community, about the state of publishing, about being a content creator, you know, whatever. It can be very general. This is kind of what I'm interested in watching. I don't have any ideas, but when something like this comes across my feed, this is what I'm clicking on. Of course, I want to continue these. I think that my live shows are going to be, I think I'm only going to have a handful this year. I love doing them. I'm so nervous during live shows. If you've ever seen me on a live show, my nerves are shot. They're shot. But I really like doing them, but I'm going to have so many read-along live shows and stuff, and I don't like doing more than 2 live shows really in a month. 2 to 3. 3's high, 4's too much. I've got to cut back the next month if I'm doing that. Like, I just don't like doing that for my family, because if you don't know, I'm married with 3 kids, and the evenings when live shows work for viewers and co-hosts and stuff don't work well for my family. I want to be with them, so I don't like to do a lot of nights in a month. But I do still want to do some, so I want to know what you specifically want to do. I have a couple that are just fun that I think would be good kind of as a break for content creators that I'd like to have on. And there are several smaller channels that I would like to have on as well. Let me know if you have any thoughts there, or if your answer is just, I want to see discussions and live shows. That's fine too. I would like to have a balance between romance specific and general bookish discussions and live shows both. So there's that also. Then I also would like to know if you would rather have anticipated releases videos as they currently exist on my channel, or if you'd like them as part of a monthly reset. That could be like the cleaning and decorating that I've done. That could be like TBR stuff. That could be, this is the content that you're getting. Ignore the sun, I'm not moving, but it could also include monthly reading journal stuff. How would you want it? I feel like for interest for me as a creator, I would like it to not be standalone. However, anticipated releases is a fair bit of work because I collect all of the knowledge of the releases, but it is a short, easy to film video after I collect that. Adding in stuff would make it more of a chore to record, to film, but I feel like I would like it more, but it would keep the same amount of work as anticipated releases. So I don't really know what I want to do with that, and I specifically would like to know what you would like to see. Is it worth it for you to add in more content to that video specifically, or is the only reason you're there is the anticipated releases and you'd rather just kind of have that in the under 10-minute video that it currently exists as? Please let me know. I would really appreciate it. Also, you're not getting a January anticipated releases video either way. Also, do you still want ebook hauls? So I don't care if I make this video or not. I only make it for you. Are you that interested in what I actually buy, or should I just drop this video? I don't care either way. It's very much up to you. I have no problem making it, but I don't care if I make it. And then I also just want to maintain balance, not let it get out of hand. I enjoy booktube. I don't want to resent booktube, and I also don't want to use booktube as a means to procrastinate other things that I should really be doing for my life. I don't want to use it as an avoidance technique, and I think always having a video to film and edit and get ready for and work on can very easily fall into that trap for me specifically. And I don't want that to happen while still making videos every single week. On that, I don't know. I don't know how long I might have a channel for, to be honest. I don't know if the end is in sight or if I'm going to be doing this for another 10 years. I don't know. I know I'm not there yet, but I just don't know. Then for channel growth, my goal has been 4,000 subscribers since 2022's goal video. Growth this year has been incredibly slow. That just is what it is. It's my lowest growth year since I started my channel. So I'm at like 3,200 and something right now. Hitting 4,000 I don't think is going to happen. I'd be happy if it did. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't control that. I don't blame you, the viewer, at all. I think it's so incredibly annoying when people try to guilt the viewer into like helping them with their goals or whatever. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's not that at all, but obviously growth is a goal, and the goal is always just the next 1,000 mark. That's what it is. I want to listen to nonfiction audiobooks. I've been listening to this on Libby. It's been working for me. My goal is only like 5 out of the year. It's not a lot, but it is something that I would like to do because it has been working for me. I'm sorry about my voice. Maybe I'm getting sick again. I don't know. And then a couple personal goals. I am not going to tell you what they are, but there are some big things that I have been procrastinating for a year or 2 or 3 or 12. It varies, but there are things that I worry about when I lay awake at night, and I would just like to get those suckers done. It's always the same things that I'm worried about, and I could do them. A lot of them are like, I have hangups about the money that they would require, or I have hangups about the paperwork that I would have to fill out, or what have you. It's stuff like that. I'm gonna get them done. I'm putting it out there. I'm not telling you what they are, but I'm putting it out there. I want them done. 2024. And then also my basement. My basement needs decluttered and cleaned so badly. Again, I feel like I've been putting it off for years at this point. I'm like, I've moved locations. Also, my laundry room is in my basement. So hello, better angle. So I am down there every single day, but I'm only doing laundry. I'm not working on any basement related things, but I'm down there every day. I see it every day. So, mind over matter. Also, yes, this is clean laundry dumped on my bed. So that I'll put it away, obviously. I'm not even going to explain. If I was watching back this video in December of next year and that was done, I would feel good. I would feel real good. So I'm just including it for that reason. And then I have a real quick 2023 goals check-in. This was written in my reading journal. Again, I didn't make a video. So I wanted 3,000 subs. I got 3,000 with my first Not Like Other Booktubers video. That was my biggest growth of the entire year. Basically half of my growth of this year happened from that video. So that was amazing. That happened in February. So I've grown like 200 subs in the last 10 months. So that tells you again just how slow it's been, which I'm not alone in that, and that's okay. And then I had originally had 200 bucks as my goal. I lowered it to 150. I wanted 75 diverse books, which I did hit, but it is still lower than 50% of the actual books read. I wanted to join Libby. I did that. I wanted to sign up for a Philadelphia library card because I live in Pennsylvania. It's free if you live in the state of Pennsylvania. You don't have to be a Philly resident. So I signed up for that. That was really helpful. Thank you, Izzy and Ray, for guilting me into it. Bully your friends. It works. I wanted to keep making videos, did that, and I wanted to continue using my reading journal, and I did that. And I'm really excited to show you my filled out reading journal next week after I'm gonna finish it all out on January 1st when I have all the stuff for the whole year. And yeah, I think that my journaling really grew this year, and I'm really excited to show you. But I definitely did that, and I'm very pleased with it. So that's it. That's my goals for 2024, what I accomplished in 2023, and lots of content discussion. So let me know your thoughts on what content you would like to see from me, or content that you're like, you know, I don't really need this video. I don't really need it. Feel free to share that too. Like, I'm very open to it. I won't be offended. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you if you watched all year. Some of you have been here for a long time. Seeing you in the comments makes me smile. I'm not always the best at answering comments, notifications, DMs. In fact, I have all of that on my to-do list today. We'll see if it happens. I'm not always the best at answering, but it really genuinely means a lot to me. It gives me a lot of fulfillment for the content that I made, that somebody is out there appreciating it and even just leaving me hearts, emojis. Like, it means something to me, and I really appreciate those of you who do it, who have been doing it. I'm gonna tear up. What an idiot. Who do it, who have been doing it for a long time. When I do get discouraged about, like, why am I making this content? I make it because I enjoy it, but I wouldn't make it if nobody watched. I wouldn't. So thank you. Thanks so much. I hope that 2024 is a better year for all of us. Bye.